Come, Holy Spirit, fill the hearts of your faithful, and kindle in them the fire of your love. Send forth your Spirit, and they shall be created, and you shall renew the face of the earth. O God, who by the light of the Holy Spirit did instruct the hearts of the faithful, grant that by the same Holy Spirit we may be truly wise and ever enjoy his consolations. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. I want to make a confession to you. I am afraid. As the weeks of these homilies have gone on, my chest has been tightening. Last week I could feel my body stiffening as I delivered the words of my homily. I looked sterner. I remember watching on the YouTube channel of the homily, and I could see it in my body and in my face. I found it hard to lift my eyes and to make eye contact for fear of making eye contact with a person who might be angry with me. This is because I know that no matter how many people may be excited by the vision of our parish as a family of disciples united in Jesus' mission to make his love known, no matter how much we like and agree with the idea of our church as made up of living stones, real people building up a spiritual house, there may be some who will feel resentment and anger. What makes me most fearful, the thing which is tempting me to stop, to keep doing the same things and maintain the status quo, is that there may be good reason for this anger. The anger may feel justified by those who believe that in withdrawing from this or that building, I am taking away something precious to them, something which gives them peace, where they meet their friends, where they invest their time, their worship and their hearts. It's a place where they come to worship and feel like family. It may be taken personally, and that I totally understand. People may feel underappreciated, that their ministry has not been acknowledged sufficiently. The sense of history and identity may seem as if it has not been considered. I wish I could tear out my heart and show people how much that is not the case. If I didn't care, I would continue on exactly the same path that we are now, trying to maintain 3 communities and keeping as many people as possible happy. It might be tempting to say, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix. That's fine if what you do is in good shape, or what you have is in good shape. Like a car, we can maintain it for many years by careful attention, making sure that the oil is right, the wheels are pumped, and the bodywork looks good. But maintenance will only extend the life of something which is still destined to die. 8 years ago, I preached at all the masses in this parish. I was a newly minted deacon, and I was travelling with Father John, who then had another priest living with him to assist him in the parish. Back then, you had 5 masses. The number of priests, though, has continued to drop, and with projections currently saying that the number of active priests in the next 15 years is set to be cut in half, I may well be the last parish priest that you ever have. The Holy Spirit is telling us something. It's not that the structure we have is broken, it's just coming to the end of its life. New situations require fresh approaches, and I want everyone who has given so much already to be involved, to feed us from the well of their experience, to inspire us with the depths of their passion. New wine, new skins, Jesus says, but we're all still called to tread out the grapes. The Holy Spirit is calling us to exercise our priestly, prophetic and kingly gifts, the gifts of our baptism, to grow the church anew, just as he did on this day, the day of Pentecost. Peace be with you. I knew you'd do that. Peace be with you. These were Jesus' words as he appeared to his disciples in today's gospel. The disciples were afraid. They felt the world outside was out to get them, and so they hid. The doors were closed. The disciples continued to worship together in private, and for many of us, we might think that that is enough. A privatised faith, from the outwards in. Our faith and how we live it can become a refuge, an island which we strive to protect. Where we gather is important. We connect, we worship, it charges us up. But it is not a refuge. It is not a home for the disciple. Worship, the grace of the sacraments, push us out into the world. It makes us leap into the dark so that Christ's light may shine. That is why Jesus appeared to his disciples inside that closed-off space. He breathed the Holy Spirit upon them and then burst the doors open that locked them in. He said, "As the Father sent me, so am I sending you." He was sending them out there, into the world, into uncertainty, hostility, and opposition, but with the confidence of the Spirit which made them bold proclaimers of the gospel. The church grew, disciples were made, all kinds of ministries were exercised by men and women to meet every need. Priests were ordained, and new communities were formed around the celebration of the Eucharist. To centralise worship does not mean that we shrink. Rather, it is to form a concentration of power, like a big bang, which will burst out into the world, onto the streets of our parish, our deanery, our diocese, and into the whole world. I kid you not. That is our goal, and that is what is going to happen here. So yes, I am afraid. But those words of Jesus soothe my heart, and I hope they soothe yours too. Peace be with you. If you are afraid or angry, or if you are feeling any kind of passionate feeling at this moment, then good. I'm asking you to take that passion, which made you such a dedicated servant of the gospel, and to tread out the new grapes of God's kingdom. It is a leap in the dark, and like all such steps, we don't want to take it. I still feel hesitation in my heart now. But Jesus is there in that dark place. He is our true foundation. His resurrection has secured the future to which our hope looks forward. Come, Holy Spirit, fill the hearts of your faithful. Lead us on the sure way to build the path together to your kingdom. Amen.